A nice bounce back week in SuperCoach. Probably won't do another doubleheader review. I don't think it went too well in the algorithm. By a score of 2,457, we move up to just outside the top 13k. Much better. We actually held on to our trades. Might be the first time I've held trades after round 1 ever in SuperCoach. I was going to go Owens to Hayes, but once Dylan Stevens got 95, too good of a score to loop, so we brought back Owens and held off from trading. Defense was very strong. Crisp bounced back, Short was seagulling at his best, Hewitt was a handball king, Hinge, McCartan, great scores for Cash Gen. Whitfield is the worry, just doesn't look like his usual self, and I think there'll be a lot of people debating whether to trade him out or not. We'll have to think about that one, but yeah, he hasn't looked good. And Gibcus on the bench, we don't really have high expectations for him. Key position player, he'll be a slow burn. The midfield, McRae and Took, guns. Parrish was a ball magnet, but he butchered it a fair bit, also gave up a 50. So it could have easily been a 120 plus game. Neale as captain. What a game. Special performance. Absolutely dominated that second half. Just great to watch. Berry had a fairly quiet first half, but second half he tagged Merritt and got into the game a little bit. Horn Francis really good. Dacos found a fair bit of it, but not as impactful as the previous week. And then of course we had Dylan Stevens 95 on field with Owens as loop, so that's very good. And the Hawks guys, didn't watch that game. I was watching the Suns D's game, but we'll take that from McDonald. Ward actually did plenty, but butchered it a fair bit. The Rucks, Grundy is fine. Gorn, a little more of a concern. Luke Jackson is really eating into his ruck contests, and he's left a lot of points on the table with his around the ground stuff. Dropping marks, fumbling the ball, giving up frees. I think he'll be alright if he can clean up that around the ground stuff. His ceiling won't be close to what it once was because of the ruck contests, but if he can just get rid of these preventable mistakes, I think he'll be okay. And Hugh Dixon on the bench unfortunately was out because of protocols. Hopefully he comes back into the side, but we'll see. And the forward line, Dunkley got dogged with his time on ground. Also missed a couple of big chances in the fourth quarter to bring the Dogs back. But in the end, him not getting a good enough VC score was a blessing in disguise because it allowed me to captain Neale. Butters was really good. Cogs, great first half, cooled off in the second. McGovern had a stinker. I was at the game and watching him, he was playing the usual role, but just couldn't get enough of it. Had a few Muppet moments, and in the fourth quarter when the Dogs kicked like 5 straight behinds, he was on the bench for all of it. So that didn't help. Sherry was really good, took advantage of no Nick-Nat. Rochelle just a 58, turned it over a fair bit, and it was just a real tough day for Adelaide. And on the bench, Durden had one good quarter, and that was it. And Nick Martin, unfortunately out due to protocols, but he should come back against Melbourne. There's no way he doesn't get named after his debut. Messing around with trades, and I'm not 100% on what I want to do. I think McGovern will go. He is playing the role we want to see, but that 40 just stunts any quick cash gen from him, especially at that price. And when you have Jack Hayes at 102k, I think that's a swap we have to make. So McGovern to Hayes will be the first trade I do. Surely St Kilda can't drop him. He's been one of their better players in the first 2 rounds, and regardless of whether Ryder comes back soon or not, surely you have to keep Hayes in the side. Second trade, I don't know. Barry was better, but still concerning. He still didn't find much of the ball. And compared to Matt Rowell, who was quieter against Melbourne because he was forced to be a tagger, he's not going to be playing that role every week. He'll be just fine. He's just so good around the stoppages. Contested beast. I think I'd still be fine doing a Barry to Rowell trade. So that might be something I'm looking at. Leaves me with 97k in the bank. If I leave it to just these 2 trades, I could go Ward out instead of Barry. Or I could even use a trade boost and go Gibcus to Bowey for more quick cash gen. So that's another thing to consider. Do I want to use a trade boost now and bring in Bowey as well, or leave it at this? I'll complete these trades for now. Could easily be reversed, but McGovern and Barry to Hayes and Rowell, leaving me with 97.9k. We'll do that for now. So this might be how the team looks heading into round 3. I'll probably reverse and mess around with trades again, see what I'm happy with. Cripps is another that looks like an absolute must-have, and a lot of people will be looking to bring him in however they can. At his price, you're getting a keeper playing out of his mind, looking like he's back into 2018-19 form. I don't think I can bring him in, unless it meant trading out a premium. I think I'll keep the faith in Gawn and Whitfield. I just don't feel like it's worth trading out Whitfield and then getting him back later at a lower price when he's starting at just 500k. Gawn, it's a different situation at 657k, but I think I'll still keep the faith with him. But yeah, this is how the team stands for now. Let me know how you did, your thoughts on trades this week. Good luck to you all for round 3, and see you in the next video.